Imagine a world where cities rise from the ocean, a place where the horizon is dotted not just with ships and waves, but with towering structures and bustling communities, all floating serenely on the water's surface. Picture homes, schools and parks all floating on platforms amidst the waves. These aren't just any structures, but marvels of modern engineering designed to withstand the elements and provide a sustainable way of living. This is the dream of floating islands, a concept once relegated to science fiction, now making waves in architectural circles and capturing the imaginations of innovators worldwide. These floating islands are not just about survival, but about thriving in harmony with nature. But could this dream become reality, and what would it mean for humanity? The questions are as vast as the ocean itself. How will these structures be powered? How will they impact marine life? And most importantly, how will they change the way we live and interact with our environment? The allure of floating islands lies in their promise to address some of the most pressing challenges facing our planet. From rising sea levels to the scarcity of land, these innovative solutions offer hope. They could be the answer to coastal erosion, providing new habitats for marine life, and even helping to combat climate change by utilizing renewable energy sources. As the global population continues to grow, so too does the demand for space to live, to work, to farm, and to preserve natural ecosystems. Urban areas are expanding at an unprecedented rate, often at the expense of valuable farmland and natural habitats. Land, however, is a finite resource. We're running out of space on land, and the consequences of this are becoming increasingly apparent. Overcrowded cities, deforestation, and loss of biodiversity are just a few of the issues we face. Floating islands offer a tantalizing solution, the possibility of expanding our world not by conquering land, but by building upon the vast expanse of the sea. Imagine entire communities thriving on these floating platforms with their own ecosystems, economies, and cultures. The sea, once seen as a barrier, could become a bridge to a new way of life. Our planet is remarkably resilient, but it is not infinite. The Earth has an incredible ability to heal and regenerate, but this capacity is being tested like never before. As we continue to expand our footprint, we must remember that the resources we rely on are finite. The air we breathe, the water we drink, and the land we cultivate are all under increasing pressure from our growing demands. Every year, the pressures of a growing human population push us further against the limits of our resources. Our cities expand, our suburbs sprawl, and our need for more space and resources grows exponentially. This relentless expansion is not without consequences. The more we take, the less there is for other species that share this planet with us. We see it in the sprawling urban landscapes encroaching upon wildlife habitats. Forests are cleared to make way for new developments, displacing countless species and disrupting delicate ecosystems. The balance of nature is being tipped, and the effects are felt far and wide. Wildlife corridors are shrinking, and the natural world is being pushed to the margins. We feel it in the strain on agricultural lands struggling to feed billions. Our farmlands are overworked, and the soil is losing its fertility. Farmers are facing unprecedented challenges as they try to keep up with the demand for food. The use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides is a double-edged sword, providing short-term gains but causing long-term damage to the environment. We witness it in the rising sea levels, a stark reminder of the environmental consequences of our relentless expansion. Coastal communities are particularly vulnerable, with homes and livelihoods at risk. The erosion of shorelines and the increasing frequency of extreme weather events are clear indicators that our planet is undergoing significant changes. The quest for space is not merely a matter of accommodating more people. It's about finding a balance between growth and sustainability. As our cities become more crowded, we must look for innovative solutions to make the most of the space we have. Urban planning and design play a crucial role in creating livable, sustainable communities. It's about ensuring a sustainable future for all life on Earth. Renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar power, offer a way to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigate the impact of climate change. Community gardens and green spaces in urban areas provide not only food but also a sense of connection to nature. It's about finding innovative ways to meet our needs without further degrading our planet. From solar panels on rooftops to vertical farming in city centres, there are countless ways to integrate sustainability into our daily lives. Green city initiatives are leading the way, showing that it is possible to grow and thrive while respecting the natural world. This is where the concept of floating islands takes on a new urgency. As we look for new ways to live sustainably, floating structures offer a unique solution. These innovative designs can help alleviate the pressure on land-based ecosystems and provide new opportunities for living in harmony with nature. By looking beyond the shoreline, we open ourselves to a new frontier, one that could potentially alleviate the pressure on our land-based ecosystems and offer a blueprint for a more harmonious coexistence with nature. Floating villages, gardens, and eco-friendly structures represent a bold vision for the future, where human ingenuity and environmental stewardship go hand in hand. The challenges we face are immense, but so too are the opportunities for creating a sustainable and thriving world for generations to come. The ocean, covering over 70% of our planet's surface, presents an expansive canvas for human ingenuity. Its vastness and mystery have always inspired human imagination, from ancient myths of underwater cities to modern-day visions of sustainable living. As we face the challenges of climate change and urban overcrowding, the ocean offers a unique opportunity to rethink how and where we live. Floating islands, also known as seasteads, offer a radical departure from traditional urban planning. These innovative structures are designed to float on the ocean's surface, providing a new frontier for human habitation. Unlike conventional cities, floating islands can be moved and reconfigured, offering flexibility and resilience in the face of environmental changes. Imagine self-sufficient communities powered by renewable energy, harvesting their own food and recycling their waste, all while bobbing gently on the waves. These floating islands could harness solar, wind, and wave energy, making them entirely self-sustaining. Aquaponics systems could provide fresh produce and fish, creating a closed-loop ecosystem that minimizes waste and maximizes efficiency. These islands could be tailored to a variety of purposes, from residential districts and research facilities to floating farms and ecotourism destinations. Residential areas could offer a serene and sustainable lifestyle, while research facilities could provide scientists with direct access to marine environments. Floating farms could revolutionize agriculture by reducing the need for arable land, and ecotourism platforms could attract visitors seeking unique and environmentally friendly experiences. They could provide refuge for coastal communities threatened by rising sea levels. As climate change accelerates, many coastal areas are at risk of flooding and erosion. Floating islands could offer a safe and sustainable alternative, allowing communities to remain close to their traditional homes and livelihoods while adapting to changing environmental conditions. They could even serve as platforms for scientific research, allowing us to study and protect our oceans in unprecedented ways. Floating laboratories could enable marine biologists to conduct long-term studies on ocean health, biodiversity, and climate change impacts. These research platforms could also facilitate international collaboration, bringing together scientists from around the world to address global challenges. The possibilities, like the ocean itself, seem boundless. From sustainable living and innovative agriculture to cutting-edge research and ecotourism, floating islands represent a bold vision for the future. As we continue to explore and develop these concepts, we may find that the ocean holds the key to a more resilient and harmonious way of life. Section 4. Building on Water, the Engineering Challenge. Turning the dream of floating islands into a tangible reality is no small feat. Constructing stable, habitable structures that can withstand the relentless forces of the ocean is a daunting engineering challenge. These structures must be buoyant enough to support their own weight and that of their inhabitants, yet resilient enough to weather storms and high waves. Material science will play a crucial role in this endeavor. Lightweight, durable materials resistant to corrosion and marine life will be essential. Innovative designs incorporating flexible structures that can move with the waves rather than resist them will be key to ensuring the long-term viability of these floating communities. Section 5. Weathering the storm, facing nature's fury at sea. Life on a floating island would be inherently linked to the rhythms of the sea. While the gentle sway of the ocean can be incredibly soothing, the ocean's temperament can change in an instant. Hurricanes, typhoons, and rogue waves pose significant threats to any structure at sea. Designing for these extreme weather events will be paramount. This might involve incorporating sophisticated early warning systems, robust anchoring mechanisms, and even mobile submersible modules that can ride out storms beneath the surface. Understanding and adapting to the unpredictable nature of the ocean will be a constant challenge and a testament to human resilience. Section 6. Life support, power, water and resources on floating islands. Self-sufficiency is the cornerstone of any successful floating island community. Access to essential resources like power, water and food cannot be taken for granted when your home is adrift at sea. This necessitates a radical rethink of traditional infrastructure and resource management. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind and wave energy will be crucial for powering these floating cities. Desalination plants can provide a constant supply of fresh water, while advanced hydroponic and aquaponic systems can ensure food security. Waste management too will need to be innovative and self-contained, with an emphasis on recycling and minimizing environmental impact.